right.
What is the name? Like, are you also new in our office?
My name is Kimberly.
Kimberly.
There's Kimberly. All right, Kimberly, where are you coming from?
I'm
New?
first time user, so
All right.
I'm in advertising technology sales for
Wonderful. All right, wonderful. All right, well, I'm right in that corner office. If you ever have any questions, reach out. All right, absolutely. I say it to everyone. Okay, congrats. All right, what's happening?
November 11th, you've heard me speak about that before. Great party, Saturday evening, come invite your clients. Itati has some save the date printed flyers that you can give away as, you know, like your door knocking. We've distributed and you can download from our weekly or daily emails, the digital flyer to use. Come have fun, enjoy some great art. And if you know any sponsors, any like restaurants, anybody who does drinks or anything like that would like to participate, be part of the show, that's a great exposure to, you know, like the whole community. Will have, like, we're expecting as always like 400 or more people here. Look forward to seeing you then.
Yeah, if you haven't been, it's a packed house. It's exciting. And what a great time to reach out to your clients. Chili cook-off, October 25th.
Next Wednesday.
All right, so who knows more about this? than
Ethan
I do?
knows. Chili cook-off.
Chili cook-off. So bring the best chili dish. We have 5 people signed up for cooking right now. If you'd like to sign up, there's a spreadsheet. It's anonymous. You don't tell anyone which chili is yours, and then we'll be voting. And we have we're giving away prizes for the top 3 chili dishes. And then immediately following that, there'll be, well, kind of around the same time, the LAPD safety training. And this is all happening during our team meeting too. So be sure to come back for all those things.
So that's next Wednesday, during and after the meeting.
Okay, so in-person events, KW. Who wants to talk about this?
We do it every week. We can pass through.
All right, we just- Okay. Okay, upcoming classes. The morning show. Who does that?
Hey, that would be me and Lorna. Hey, you
All
guys.
right, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it every week. We are on every morning at 9 o'clock to get your day started with some gratitude and some reflection and hopefully some motivation. So please join us.
How many people participate?
It varies. I mean, we probably will have maybe around 10 or 12 on some days. Some days it's just a handful. You know, but the more the merrier, and the more that we can learn, because we do have a real estate section where we talk about a lot of stuff. So it's helpful.
All right, thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome.
Agent training, do we go over that?
No.
You got it? Everyone got it? Any questions? Boom.
I love it. Part of the Ignite.
Okay. Are these the classes? You know, I'm old and been doing this, so I don't pay attention as much. All right, Betty Crew.
Not today, Joey's
So
out.
not today. Joey's out
How
of
to read a
town.
prelim. Boy, you better know how to read a prelim.
Yeah.
By the way, prelims, you could screw up deals with having issues in prelims that no one's paying attention to.
Is it on Zoom?
I think Haley might be on to talk about that.
Yeah, Haley might be.
Haley, are you online?
Hi guys, yes I am. Yeah, today I'm going to be teaching a class at 2:30 in the office. It's going to be a really great class. I'm going to be going over how to read a prelim and what items might pop up on the prelim. It's going to be filled with lots of really great information and important information. So please be sure to be there, and I look forward to seeing you guys today at 2:30.
Thank you. Great. Really important on every transaction. Oh, upgrading and customizing
Can I talk about that real quick?
Yeah, please.
So I'll command release some new agent websites for agents, the first time since the history of command that they've released an upgrade, where you have to manually go in and upgrade the site. And they've made a lot of different changes to the site, and there's a lot of different functionality as far as lead generation goes. So join me next Tuesday on the 24th from 2:30 to 3:30. Bring your computer because it is a workshop. Thank you.
Also, just be aware, if you have an outside website, outside of command, you still have a command website. And people can find you on it. And so you might want to do, well, I know I should do something to it. Because all of a sudden I'm like, what? How'd that show up? And there's like nothing there. So you might want to take a look at it.
All right, we're gonna, Trish, you and I are gonna do that.
Ethan, is this like just new, like templates, like the new designs, or?
It's a new look. You can now add blog posts and video. And there's some other minor customizations that you can do, but it looks 10 times better. as
Okay.
far as, like, UI.
Excellent.
Okay, great.
This is Tracy.
Oh, yeah. Be safe. Show up next week to learn how to protect half of yourself, and then the week after, the second half of yourself. So do it. And you're gonna have chili next week too. So, you know,
Who are you bringing to call the class, Tracy?
just bring yourself and, you know, be ready. I wasn't told that anything is needed. I think it's more of like discussion, and maybe they'll pull one person up or so.
But it is someone who is coming to.
Oh, the police, the LAPD is coming. Actually, Melanie is like, that's about, but, the LAPD is coming, and they're gonna train us, in two different ways. One for more interpersonal, like close protection, and then one of active shooter protection, the next,
And it's a lot about if you're at an open house, how to protect yourself when crime is up, and like for your clients who are buying houses to give them tips. And they have a lot of great, you know, apps and new technology and websites of just how to quickly, you know, report stuff that's very valuable to you.
a lot of awareness, just instilling that innately in you for, every day of your life, and especially while you're doing this job.
Okay, Rich, is Rich here?
Oh, but this is a
This is a
important class.
broker
Yeah,
class.
this is buyer broker agreement. So definitely, as these lawsuits continue, you guys need to learn how to use this.
So next Wednesday, lots of good stuff happening, so block that.
Okay, profit share virtual summit. Anyone know anything about this?
It's
called
profit share.
Yeah.
Profit share virtual.
Virtual, okay.
Summit.
Well, so as it relates to, you encourage and recruit people into the office or into Keller Williams, you end up as an agent who recruited someone, getting a little bit of the profits from the office when you have a downline. I don't have a lot of people. I have maybe 12 people in my downline, so I get a little bit of passive income. There are people in the Keller Williams organization. I think there's a person that gets.
$2 million annually just from their
Yes.
downline.
Yes, and we've had some
$2 million,
agents.
and that's guaranteed for life. You could actually even will this to, this is, you know,
Wow.
yeah.
There's some people that really were influential in starting the LA chapter of Keller Williams who have a really nice hundreds of thousands of dollars of down profit. So it's really, it's valuable.
Especially like the new agents that you guys have maybe interacted with other potential agents at your training centers that you guys have communicated, connected with. Those are the people that are going to be very, very intrigued about where to go, right? So you can start with even them, just connecting with them and saying, hey, you may want to consider our office. This is a great place. It's as simple as that to start your downline, even for a new agent.
And it's not just for this office. So if you have somebody in another state that's thinking about becoming an agent,
Yeah.
is for any KW office.
Yeah.
Right.
Our office just happens to be the best, so it's an easier thing to sell.
That's right.
but-
Well, it's kind of like everyone went to Compass. And now a lot of the Compass agents are a little bit more discouraged than they were, and all the promises and the stock options and, their stock doesn't have very much value at all. And so they were holding out for that. And then they pay the top producers pay way beyond a cap that we have. And so in our office, you pay $32,000 and you're done. Someone who's doing $50 million a year, they're paying a lot of money to Compass and or to Coldwell Bank or any of the big companies. And they had market share. They were getting money to pay for marketing costs. That's gone away too. So they're so much better off coming to Keller Williams.
So like when you guys are doing transactions too, like your co-oping agent, if you had a great relationship with them and you thought that they were really something that they would benefit from Keller Williams, you may want to trust a little hint and say, hey, maybe you want to think about, the Keller Williams culture and see if that's a good fit for you as well. So it's not just for the new agents, but every time you're doing a transaction.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you don't have to know all the ins and outs of it. It really is just that, if you're happy here, you tell them that, set them up with Joey, and that's it.
Have a coffee with Joey. What's the downside of that? Nothing.
Joey drinks a lot of coffee, so it's all.
All right, let's see. Business Planning Clinic. Ray Frazier. Anyone want to talk about that?
I highly recommend you all do it, even if you don't have business right now, just do it. So you know what to anticipate, what your numbers are going to be and what goals you want to hit. for
What your
2024.
numbers should be and what, you can work towards.
And by the way, Millionaire Real Estate Agent, the book that Gary Keller wrote, I don't even know if it's 15, 20 years old now.
They just came out with the playbook.
Yeah, has anybody
It-
seen that?
Okay,
Is it
I have
good?
it.
Is it-
I'll do it.
Okay.
you don't have to reinvent the wheel. This is so basic. This business is basic, and if you don't understand what to do, Zach Berger came and started to work with me. I said that the first thing you had to do, go take that book and go read it and start getting the fundamentals down on how to build a business. You have all the tools.
So if you're not able, this is a clinic, so it's from like 9 a.m. to 3. That particular one's at PW West Side, right down the street. There'll be another one a couple weeks later in the Hollywood Hills office if you're not able to make that one. And then later on in November, we'll have one in this office too. But highly recommend everyone joins one of those business clinics to get set up for 2024.
And by the way, as we're talking about profit share, no one does it better than Keller Williams in terms of the structure, the support, the training. I mean, I was with Coldwell Banker for years, with Prudential for years. No one has the structure of the training in-house throughout LA, going to the, what you did. I mean, it's just endless. You can do it online. When you're trying to figure out what you're doing and you're laying in bed nervous, get on the computer the next morning and start looking at some of these training classes and get some focus, and you will do more business.
There's a lot of new agents in the room today. Do you guys all know Pete? Yeah. Okay. Just because Joey usually runs this meeting. So Pete's the top, pretty consistent.
Not this year.
Well, it flips between.
Yeah, but
about
for years and years,
but
yeah,
for years,
yes.
He's the top producer in the office, and this is the whole point of the culture and of KW and this office, is that he's sitting.
Especially
in
this
meeting.
office, yeah.
And Christina they toggle back and forth a bit that role, and, they're giving back to everybody in the office.
If I could say one thing, it's still very vivid in my head. It was a few years back. I had a deal that I was representing a buyer with multiple offers. It was 2020, and it was this, flip property. It was like 25 offers or something like that. And, I was still trying to get my game going and all that good stuff. And I went to Pete and I said, Pete, you need to help me. The listing agent is this guy. I looked him up. Pete knew him. He made a call for me. He doesn't know me. He made a call. He talked to him, vouched for me, and gave me all of the like hints that he was able to retrieve. And I was able to land that deal out of 25 other offers in one of the most fiercest competitive market that we had encountered in the last 5 years. And so again, he dropped his stuff to help me at the moment that I needed the help. So that's a culture that you can't really find at another, office anywhere. So just letting you know, when he says his door's open, he really, really means that. And that's just, it's amazing,
And when Pete talks, people listen. And when he talks, I definitely think you should listen. You always learn something. He's so
100%.
calm. It's like a calm knowledge, just you absorb it,
Through a lot of trial and error. And by the way, again, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Someone else, and for me also, there are always people doing it better, and watching what works for those and doesn't work, and you going and getting your aha. I mean, you're so motivated from going to this. Every seminar you go to, you pick up one little something, or just you get a little kick in the butt. It's really rewarding. And so anyway.
And often
Thank
a
you very much.
reminder that it's just back to basics.
It is.
Just two things, time blocking and lead generation.
All right, so I started making my calls, and I came across a guy last year. He was introduced to me. He was looking for a rental in Santa Monica. I don't even do Santa Monica, but I met with him. I showed him 2 properties. He told me really what he was looking for. I said, you see that big high rise over there? They have a management office in there. That's exactly what you need. You don't need me. Go over there and get a meeting. The next day he signed a lease. He was very appreciative. And anyway, I'm going through my contacts, and I'm like, wonder how Rich is doing. Rich Davis, it was the D, so it just happened. So I called Rich. I said, how's everything going? He said, Pete, 6 months in, I'm buying, and you're my guy. I can't wait to sit down. I said, let's get a meeting sooner than later. Let's start the education process, even if it's down the road a year, whatever it is. And so that was that. But more importantly, 2 weeks later, I got an email from him. He said, I want to introduce you to a colleague who wants to buy a property. And so I called a lease guy that I had nothing to do with, and it's going to turn into a sale. You don't know where it's coming from. Yeah, but I guarantee if I hadn't connected with him and his colleague was talking about real estate, he wouldn't have said, you got to be Pete. And it was only by virtue of me being top of mind. And that's the importance of connecting with everyone and anyone, whoever you know. And by the way, I don't care if you went to college, you didn't go to college, go to an alumni association. If you didn't go to college, go to a wine tasting if you like wine, play softball. That's where you will pick up business with your friends and family, colleagues, but they have to know that you offer a valuable service. You're not desperate. You're not, please, can you help me? No, please, can I help you? That's the approach you take.
And if you're new, just offer the help. You can ask any one of us if a question comes up that you can't help them with, but you need help with. That's why we're sitting here.
Yeah, and the other thing is, sometimes you don't need to do it on your own, or you shouldn't do it on your own. So let me tell you, if I'm going on a listing appointment in Beverly Hills for a big property, I don't do Beverly Hills. And if I'm going to go up against 3 or 4 other people in Beverly Hills, I'm calling another agent from Beverly Hills to co-list with me. If I'm going out to Encino, I'm calling a guy, Andrew Manning. He and I have done about 5 or 6 deals through the years where he and I co-listed, because I don't know Encino and I'm going to get chewed up going up against a top Encino agent. So make sure, I always say, half of something is better than all of nothing, especially when you're newer or you're trying to find your way, lean on people that have more experience than you. Okay.
Yeah, I have a brand new listing. It's in Tarzana. So everyone's like questioning, should I even take this list on? It's a $3.9 million listing. I just got the call from the seller. I did the listing presentation last week, and he called me yesterday and said, okay, I'm ready to sign. It's fantastic. I'll be, reconnect with you on Thursday when I get back into town. First thing I did with my team was Let's find the best agent, top agent in Calabasas KW office so that we can co-list this, because I don't want to drop the ball because I want to afford the listing. I'd rather get an effective person in there, make sure we get the job done right, get that property in escrow in within 30 days, knock
Yeah.
it out.
Yep.
So,
No kidding. All right, let's go to core services. Andy?
Hi, everybody. Hopefully I can share my screen. I know we've talked a lot about just the information and the data that lags, and you know, the Fed's basing their policies and so forth on the data that gets released. I wanted to share my screen. So you know, there is relief coming eventually. Recently rates have gone up fairly drastically because of the jobs report that came out about a week and a half ago. On the surface, it looks like the economy is strong. On the surface, it looks like there's jobs being created, right? And it was over what they had estimated. What isn't being said is that most of the job creations are A, hospitality, B, they're part-time, right? It's a little deceiving. We've also talked about the fact that if a company posts a job for one position in 50 states, say it's a remote position and they post it in 50 states, it technically counts as 50 job creations, right? A little deceiving. I wanted to share my screen here. So this is what is called the WARN report, and it is the Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification Act. This report shows, I wanted to show a graphic so that you could see an illustration just in terms of the data lag. So if the Fed and the markets are reacting to the jobs report that came out last week for the numbers in September that were released, this WARN report protects workers, their families, and communities by requiring employers with 100+ employees to provide at least a 60-day written notice of a plant closing and or a mass layoff affecting 50 or more employees at a single site. The red line is jobless claims, which we just had, right? And so the job report came out and said that there's more jobs being created and the jobless claims are down and so forth. If we look at this WARN notice, you can see there's a massive spike coming up. These notices have already been given. And so what this indicates is obviously layoffs are coming. As layoffs come and this information catches up and the data catches up, we anticipate the Fed to then start pivoting their policy, which would, of course, impact mortgage rates. The markets have reacted and sort of pressed pause or pulled the emergency brake, waiting for this data to catch up and waiting for the Fed to actually look at what is happening now as the data catches up. So hopefully that's helpful. I know everybody's sort of like, what's going on and what's happening? Where are we going? We anticipated that rates would come down earlier this year. There's been a ton of different curveballs, but just so everybody knows, the data is catching up. And eventually that will show itself in mortgage rates, right? It'll also show itself in terms of leaning in towards a recessionary period and so forth. So just be aware of that. And hopefully it gives you little bits of information to pass on to folks when they're asking you what's going on with the market. We're in pause mode waiting for this information and data to catch up and for the Fed to wake up, really. That's it. You guys are on mute at the office. Oh, there you go.
The question was when?
That's a good question. I mean, so, and I wish I had the slide. Good question. I mean, so we've talked in the past about shelter numbers. Shelter's also catching up. Builder confidence is way down. I mean, a lot of builders across the country are losing confidence, and ultimately it's becoming too expensive to build. I mean, what that does, that sends a very clear message to the feds, right? I mean, if builders all of a sudden pause on building, that creates a bigger inventory problem. Good question. I mean, I think in the very near term, we should start to see some relief. So just because the information again is catching up.
And where are we right now? Just that kind of like an average.
By the way, always stay away from the water cooler. The people who commiserate, who poor me and there's no business, there's always business to be had. And whether or not it's someone passed away and the house is being sold by the trust, whether or not people are getting divorced or getting promotions, or people who can afford higher interest rates and know they'll just refinance down the road, but they're just looking for the right house. And by the way, buyers should be looking for the right house that they can afford and not try to time the market. I've watched so many people try to time the market and lose out on great houses. And so those are some of the conversations. And there are people that can afford to buy. There was one at 203 North Lucerne 2 weeks ago. Ally Jack was the listing agent. I was supposed to go on the listing appointment and the guy never called me back, but her game I lost. Anyway, there were 8 offers on the property. 4 of them were cash. 4 of them were financed, and they could afford the $2.5 million property. So there's plenty of business still going on, and you just got to find it. And that's why you're prospecting. You're finding the people that are ready to buy or sell.
And to jump on that, my last 2 deals I just closed, one was a loan and one is in cash. Now, the thing is to Pete's point, the buyers are educated in this. And if you don't educate your buyers to the point of they will miss out on it and they can refinance later. So it's really important to be open about that discussion, because you'll see fear in their eyes glaze over. So just comfort them in knowing that this is just a blip and that house will be there after the blip. So if they like it, to just grab it.
You're trying to find the right property, or there are people that just have to sell. And by the way, we're coming off of, and we're not done with the active strike, and it looks like it could last. Let me tell you, there's so many people in this town, and I'm not preying on people who are less fortunate, but there's so many people in this town that live to the hilt, drive the great car, they buy the house they probably shouldn't have bought, and then they don't have savings, and then something bad happens, and they can't afford the mortgage payment, or their savings are dwindling. They're getting nervous. I'm meeting with someone Thursday or Friday, pretty successful actor, sold her the house, but she hasn't done as well recently. We're meeting for her to sell the house. She doesn't live there anymore. So anyway, there are always opportunities. You have to go find them though.
And don't walk away from rentals these days, people. A lot. I had 2 leases and hundreds of people coming through them. And I would say a good 20-30% of those people were real buyers who just didn't feel they could buy right now because of the rates. So, those lease clients that you might think, oh, it's only $1,000, they are your leads for a year or 2 from now.
And hold open houses on the leases because there are people coming in that really probably want to buy, or who cares? If they want to lease, the lease will turn into a sale.
One of the things that I've actually noticed a lot from this market is that I'm getting so much more opportunities and leads from open houses. So I highly recommend that you guys get those opportunities. That's where people are coming in. That's where you're going to have engagement. And so, jump on those opportunities as soon as you can.
Serious people don't want to waste your time. They feel like they're not ready. So they will go out to the open houses because they're trying to educate themselves about the market. And, be there for them. Again, come from contribution. Just say, totally get it if you're not ready right now. But be the person that's helping them, helping to educate them, and they will ultimately become your clients.
And if you don't have a property, go to an agent who has listings and ask them if you can do a Sunday open house, or if not Sunday, do it on Saturday. They're probably not doing a Saturday open house. And if it's not someone from the office and it's someone who has listings in your neighborhood, go do a listing in a neighborhood. It doesn't even have to be, maybe it does have to be Keller Williams, but actually I don't know that it doesn't. Yeah.
I wonder if we should start, maybe a sign-up sheet of agents that want to hold open houses, so agents have, do we have that? Something like that. Okay.
Talk to Ethan.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I also say too, it's Andy again, just in terms of having the conversation, I tell everybody, whether somebody thinks that they're not ready, or maybe they're ready in 3 months or 6 months or 12 months, whatever the case is, if it's an asset situation, or maybe they need to work on their credit, it is always worth the conversation. And I am always happy to talk somebody through the process, even look at numbers, even if we know that they're not going to get qualified necessarily right now, to sit here and game plan and get them on a path and a trajectory to getting qualified is really important. And you know, to Pete's point, you have a client down the road, right? And just to give people that the numbers and the full picture helps them get on the path down the road, and it gets them excited.
This doesn't help Andy, but on the commercial properties, that's 5 units or more. A lot of those loans are assumable. So if you have investment clients, I have 2 listings right now. One's a 6-unit property, one's a 9-unit property. They can assume the mortgage one at 3.3% and one at 3.6%. So those are really desirable for someone who's coming off of 1031 exchange and needs to invest very quickly. And so we're negotiating one of those deals right now. So anyway, there's you can go out there and they advertise that they're assumable mortgages. Okay.
As are some VA loans if you have a veteran.
Okay. All right, who's next? Duncan?
Yeah, hi guys. Just not much today. I just wanted to say, as always, thank you for all your support. Some research I was doing about my own company, Fidelity, which is really good news, is we don't actually ask for the home inspection report, which I was misinformed because the former company I worked for did. So I was doing some research for an agent in the office, and turns out we don't actually ask for them in general cases. That doesn't mean we never can ask for them, but this is a great tool for you guys to know about, is that our general practice is we don't ask for them unless there's any back and forth. That's usually the only time we would ask for them. So that is a good thing, meaning hopefully we won't uncover certain pre-existing conditions based on that report. Again, we'll only ask for it if we feel like we need to see it. But thank you for all your support, and if you guys need anything, let me know. I'm here.
Thank you, Duncan. Duncan's been doing a great job for our team too.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Haley?
Hi again. I just wanted to throw it out there, since we've been talking about prospecting a little bit in this team meeting. If there's anyone that is looking to get set up with a prospecting or a farm list, I'm here to do that for you guys. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Whether you guys want to get set up with a farm in your neighborhood, or you're looking to farm around an open house or a potential listing, or look into maybe notice of defaults or expireds, I'd be more than happy to get you guys set up with the list.
Hey, Haley, can I ask you a question? Do you have any way to identify like a pre-NOD? Like somebody, I have clients right now that are selling because they let their forbearance go too long and they can't afford the huge chunk that the bank wants. They've got plenty of equity. I'm just thinking from an identifying people perspective. Is there any way that you guys can get that information before the notice of default is filed, or no?
No, we're only able to see once that document is recorded. But notice of defaults are a great lead to go after, because we can go back maybe 6 or 7 months back to see those notice of defaults that were filed because they have not necessarily gone into a notice of trustee sale yet. So I think that's a great opportunity to get in there and speak with those homeowners.
All right, thank you, Haley. Jonathan? Jonathan's not here. Okay. Agent happenings. Birthdays.
Noe today, Noe maybe here. Linda Shim on October 20th. Matthew Tay Yun Kim. Also on 20th and 21st, Day Park. Mary Woodward on 22nd and Beatrice on 24th. Happy birthday,
All
all.
right, happy birthday. All right, closed escrows.
Christina on Marsha Court, congratulations. Harvey on 80142 Camino Santa Elise. Barentine Group at Elvira Street. Angela Bond, 3991 Cherrywood Avenue. Carlos Mora calls on 3206 Ben Street. Eric Schulman on 433 Corona Del Mar. Kaylin Penna, 9498 Village Center Drive. Michelle Mena, 231 Sunridge Street. Tracy Pants, 1231 Sunbird Avenue. And Tiffany Park, 424 Westmoreland. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Lots of closings.
All right.
Great.
All right, no more addresses.
Okay.
Not kidding.
And we have several closed leases. Josh Mendoza. Oh, New Escrows. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
New Escrows, Josh Mendoza, and Tran, Kim Park, and Eunice Kim, Michael Finnegan, and Maury and Laura, and also Day Young for congratulations.
Congrats.
Wishing you smooth escrow.
Right, closed leases.
Charlotte, Alan, Christina, and Phoebe and Christina, congratulations on your closed leases. Hopefully you lease.
All right, new listings. Single family. Laura Anderson, 8816 Private David Avenue, 1,249,000. That's Linda Shin, agent in our office that I'm helping her co-list that. Linda just reduced the price drastically. We were at 775, we reduced it to 735. It's the top floor penthouse, and one next to her, same size, just sold for 765. So this is kind of really being aggressive in this. And by the way, do you guys know the click counter in the MLS? Does everyone know that? You can really go in and see, like we had a huge spike yesterday in the number of people that viewed 2 properties that we did price reductions on. So it's really telling. Did I skip? Shia. Let's see, 434 North Fuller, 2,049,000. Looks pretty good. Koo, Yoon, and Annie Lee, 2937 North Kenny Court, North Hills, 769. Wow, for almost 2,000 square feet. Looks pretty nice. I don't know where North Hills is.
I just sold there.
Where's North Hills?
It's like
The valley.
Valley.
Deep Valley.
Yeah.
All right. All right, leases.
You can see the Susanna Mountain Rocks thing.
Sharon, 11202 Camarillo, 650 square feet in North Hollywood for 2,250.
The attorney.
Yeah.
1050 grand, 1507, one bedroom and bath, 899 square feet, 3,100.
Okay. Tiffany Chen.
833 and a half June Street, one bed, one bath, 571 square feet, 2,650. I did notice that the rental rates are actually coming down too.
Yeah.
Yeah, across the board. Yeah.
Especially for higher end.
Yeah, you know,
All right.
feeling that in the economy.
Here's
Yeah,
a
so be aware of that if you have landlords, because even though they can raise the rent 7%, February, you know, if they're asking you for advice, you might want to run comps for them.
And by the way, that's not final yet, is it?
It's on the housing
Seems
department
like it is.
website, but I have a feeling that once it gets closer, the city council's gonna start.
Yeah, it could
Again?
change. It could change. So we have to be careful about stating that it's 7%. That's a great thing. If it doesn't happen,
It is on the,
Yeah,
the
it looks like it
LAC
could
website,
happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's far enough away that,
and usually it's 3-ish%, but because we haven't had a rate increase with
it's actually
through
based
COVID.
on CPI.
Yeah.
And because the inflation has gone up, I believe it was 7 something February 1st, and then it's going up to 8 something June 30th. But, you know, I would not surprise me in the slightest if the city council steps in and lowers it.
Yeah. All right, Chase and Champ and Steve Centigram, 6-unit property for 4.6. Looks like it's all redone or new construction. Okay, pocket listings. Who's got a pocket?
I have an upcoming lease down in Pickfair. It's a house, single-family house, about 1,700 square feet, 3 beds, 2 baths. Should come out this weekend, probably around $6,000 a month. Very nice house.
So I've got that Tarzana that will probably launch in about a week or so, within 10 days, at a 6-bedroom, 8-bath. And it's priced at 3.9. It's got a pool, gated community in this very prestigious area right by the golf course in
Is that
Tarzana.
above and back up?
It's on the bottom part of that.
So where did that lead come from?
So, actually, I know this client who I've been working with, and he has a friend who had a property that he needed to sell. He's in a very, very bad financial position. He bought this only 2 years ago, had a stupid number, and so he needed to get out. He didn't know what his exit plan was, and so they asked me to come and talk to him. I went down there last week, and we tried to first initially figure out how he can keep the home. And then I did all of his numbers for him. And after underwriting the property and his finances, I told him that you have to get out now so that you can actually rebuild your wealth again. And I told him that I assure you, I will help you in the next transaction to invest properly. But this was not something that should have been, done on your own. He actually bought it directly from the seller without any agents, and he just got really screwed in the deal badly. I want to say it's maybe a little over 6,000 square feet.
So price?
3.9.
So think about that. We're seeing a lot of 1,000 square foot, 1,200 per square foot. Tarzana is a really interesting pocket in LA because it doesn't have that road over the hill. You gotta go down to get over the hill, and there's a lot of value there. And that price per square foot, that's Tarzana, and it's a nice area. I hear a lot of clients that need those bigger properties.
What did he pay for it?
Tarzana.
He paid 3.5 million for it, but get this, he essentially paid 3.725 for it because he paid $250,000 cash, non-refundable, just to secure the property. There was a renter there. He was paying $20,000 a month to rent. And then he talked to the owner. So he paid $3 million because that was the amount of the loan that he could qualify for. But he also gave him $500,000 in cash under the table.
Wow.
So he's in the hole.
Yeah.
In an interest only loan that is $15,000 a month. Yeah.
I have 152 South Arden, fixer, 1,900 square feet, 7,000 square foot lot. I'm showing it. They want 1.9. So
Was it turnkey or is it, what is that?
it needs everything. Needs everything. They've got plans for a 4,000 square foot house on it. The interesting thing about it, it's a non-contributing structure in the HPOZ. We'll talk about it. It's 1,900. 1.9.
1.9.
1.9. Plymouth 110 North Plymouth sold for over 2-1, and it was kind of the same kind of condition. We'll see.
I have a duplex sort of slash triplex, 409 North Norton. We're gonna probably go out at 165. We're just waiting for the tenant to vacate the items from the lower unit. There'll be a 2-bedroom, 2-bath delivered vacant. The upper 2-bedroom, 1-bath is getting $3,250. The back unit, which is not permitted and it's commercial, is getting $3,000. So it's got good income. We did get our foundation report back. It needs some pier and post work, about $28,000. We're waiting for the roof report. If you have anybody, it's a fantastic location on Norton between Elmwood and Clinton.
406,
409.
409.
It's between
Okay.
those two new constructions.
Michael?
I have one, it's actually on the MLS for lease now. It's a brand new construction built 2 years ago. 2,600 square feet, 3-bedroom, 5-bath, 4-story single family residence. It's for lease for $7,200. The sellers said, they'll accept 1.8 million. So if anyone has someone that wants one of those,
Where's that?
That's at Fairfax and Washington. The address is 5630 West Murray Lane, Murray Lane.
Is that a single lot subdivision type of, or?
Yes, exactly.
Small lot,
It's
okay,
one of those. So,
okay, got it, okay.
and it's got a beautiful rooftop deck, the TV up there, and all the rest part of the area. It's good.
Nice. Anyone else? Okay.
I have a 1-bedroom, 1-bath bungalow in Highland Park. The lot is about 3,900 square feet. The living area 616. Has a garage, nice garden. Probably gonna go somewhere around 749.
Okay.
What's the address of that?
Is 672 Delta.
Anyone else? Okay, let's see. Before we leave, wants and needs. Did we cover that? Who has wants and needs?
So I have a listing, it's a 3-bedroom, 3.5-bath, small lot subdivision over on Mansfield, North Mansfield, north of Fountain, south of Sunset. It was priced at 1.7. I know some of you in the office have come by for the caravan. We just did a $100,000 price drop last Wednesday. So just letting you know, it is probably one of the most attractive price points for a small lot subdivision in that area, and it's incredibly built. You're buying it directly from the developer, so the developer is still offering it fit and finish, even though it's not new construction anymore, and he's made it practically brand new again.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay.
I'm still going to be the underserved community, so if anybody want to help me with everything.
Thank you. Fanciful.
Hi.
Here he is.
I'm here to assist with Fanciful. We're right next door to the Costco first, just down the street. And we were there. We make gift baskets, which were right there, over here.
Hi, I'm Susan. It's so cool to be here, by the way. My family's in real estate. They do a lot of commercial real estate, and to be on the other side, it's just really interesting to see what goes on. But yeah, we're from Fanciful Gift Baskets. We're on Melrose, right next to Astro Burger. We're a 35-year-old business, and we provide gift baskets. Kind of like this one. It's called the Warm Wishes. It's a very popular one. I know you guys were talking about making connections and, trying to keep a relationship with the customers that you have, your clients. And we're here to help you do that. We customize all these different baskets. We do, you can do a sip of wine, you can do cheese and crackers, flowers, we do everything under the sun. So if you ever need a gift for one of your clients, like for example, we have one client that's in real estate and he tells us in advance the birthdays of all the clients that he has. And so we have it on our calendar and we send out a gift automatically for them based on his price point, so that he doesn't have to remember. And so we do that for them, and we're just here to help you make more of a connection with your clients. And we're, like I said, we're down the street. We customize everything. You can give us your cards as well, and whenever you send out a gift, we can put your card in the gift for you as well, just to make it more, personal. Yeah. What else?
We have agents from who actually use us whenever there's a close.
Yeah.
There's a woman named Alexandra, who she comes in and she grabs stuff off our shelves and she puts it in a bag and we wrap it up with a bow and all that. And I told her, look, if you want, just pick out the stuff and we'll make it for you before you come in. And we can even call it the Alex or something. We're really quick. Say it's 4 o'clock and you look at your phone, you go, oh, hell, it's so-and-so's birthday. I need to send something. We might be able to get it there that day. We can get it there that day. It just depends if that person's there or not. We're pretty quick. We're getting really busy for the holiday season. We do stuff for condolences, babies, birthdays, and of course there's the closings also. And come on by our shop. Again, we're next to got a lot of chocolate, salami, cheeses, champagne, wine, and lots of other stuff that you've never seen before in any store. And it tastes good. You might even get some free samples. I don't know.
Flowers as well.
Flowers as well. Yeah.
What's your price point?
This one is around 110. Cheese, wine, crackers, some tapenade, some olives. I mean, pretty much a whole charcuterie board here. We have this basket, which is actually Los Angeles. It's a Los Angeles basket, and everything in there is from a Los Angeles-based artisanal company. And we really try to source out smaller businesses that sell food items that are high quality. So we source them out, and we always change this up based on new findings that we have. So this is a great one. I forgot how much it was, like $60, $50, maybe?
It's like $50.
$50 some dollars. So the price varies. I mean, we pretty much do everything. Yeah.
And are you guys exclusively local, or can you ship out of state?
We ship all over the country.
We've shipped outside the country too.
Yeah.
So you've got, you want to go to Canada. I might not be able to deliver, we might not be able to do it ourselves, but we got partners in Canada who can do it. Now, say you only want to spend $50. That's okay. Call us. We can put something together for you. You want to spend $300? Great, even better. But come by the shop. It's a really cool place. And I already passed out my card. Sorry. Phone number's up there. Give us a or look at our website. We got really cool stuff. Anything else?
Wonderful. Thank you. Good.
Thanks.
All right.
Also, they were so sweet to provide breakfast for you guys today. So after the meeting in the training room, they set up some things for you.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys. 7 minutes over.
Do it.
All right, thank you. Go get them.